are doing installation. Yesterday we were doing installation, and let's continue the topic from there. So you all saw, right? Media is located in C drive in media folder. We are doing 2005 installation. I have copied the ISO file from where the link that I'm going to give you. You'll be getting the link next week, sir. Download a local copy to your personal laptop and keep it there. Because every time downloading from cloud becomes tough, right? So just download one shot and keep it with you. The media, entire media. Okay, sir? Okay. So can you hear me now? Yeah. So sir, SQL Server 2005. This is the media, sir. I right clicked and I extracted it. I right clicked and extracted it. If you extract, what happens? Entire software comes into one folder. Go into that folder. x64. So 32-bit. So 32-bit, which is x86. 64-bit, which is x64. Itanium is another type of hardware. So I'm going into x64. I showed you this estimate. There will be two folders, sir, servers and tools. Servers and tools. You should not go to tools folder because tools will give you tools, not the software. So please go to servers. I went into servers. We started the setup.exe, run as administrator, and the installation process started. So I accept is what you need to do. Hit next. Two minutes. Hit next. In that screen, sir, .NET framework must come. It is not coming because
you have already.
I have already installed .NET framework. Hence it is there. So what is .NET framework, sir? The visual appearance for SQL Server will be given by .NET framework. SQL Server looks rich because of .NET framework. If that is not there, you can't install SQL Server. Hit next. So total there are 14 checks that happen. 14 checks in simple words. Checks like hardware requirement. Checks like operating system matching or not. Checks like any restart pending. Those kind of some minimum checks will be happening. Okay, sir? After all the checks, you can hit next. If any checks are failing, obviously your installation is at risk. If any checks are warning, you get a check warning. You should work with your respective teams and fix it. In future, I will show you how to do it, sir. And finally, person's name and company name. Just hit next. Actually, sir, you don't need to fill this also. Kind of leave it. Just hit next. No, nobody cares. So yes, SQL Server database services. I told you, right? Components, different components. We are not from analysis services, so we will not select. We don't belong to reporting services, BI space, we don't select. We don't belong to integration services, so we don't select that. We only will select database services and workstation components. Only these two, sir. What is that last one, Katie? The last one is nothing but tools. I will show you, sir. Go to advanced or books online, documentation. So go to advanced. Go to advanced. If you don't want documentation, sir, disable it. If you want it, keep it. If you don't want any, sir, under client components, if you don't want any tools, sir, I don't want a tool called BI, business intelligence is not my area. You can untick it. So it's your choice. What do you want, what you don't want. We are selecting only database services and we are selecting whatever minimum things that you want, sir, and hit next. If you click on disk cost, it will show you how much space is left in each drive, whether it is eligible to install or not. Available size is 277 GB, sir. So that's fine. Absolutely, we can install. So hit next. 1 minute. 1 minute. My instance, so SQL Server will be installed in which drive? C
C
colon
drive.
program files, right? So I don't want here. I want to keep my SQL Server installed in D drive or E drive or K drive or F drive, whatever other drive I want in my system. So look at my system, sir, how many drives I have. I have a C drive, I have a D drive. Okay, this is my hard drive connected to the system external one. This is my cloud drive. So anyways, these two I can't use. Anyway, there's no space and this is cloud. You can't install SQL Server on a cloud drive, sir. So these two I can definitely do. Okay, so yes, click on browse. Did you notice something there? It is telling that, hey, install only in C drive. I will not allow you to install anywhere else. Do you know the reason, sir? Because previous installations, I have already done in
C folder.
C drive. So it is forcing you to do the next installations also in C drive. Yes, is there a question? And sir, by the way, when you all do your lab, right? When you do the first time, sir, it will give you an option. It will give you an option to select you can change it also wherever you want. But already I have installed multiple instances, multiple SQL Server softwares in my system. So it is forcing me, it is enforcing me to keep everything in C drive. Any questions anybody has? Can I hit next? Yes, Priya.
We are not installed this analysis services, reporting services. But if you want to install after complete, we can install.
Yes. So if you are not doing now, later on you have got a requirement to install analysis and everything. You can always add features. So in the same instance, we can always add features after our installation also. If you missed now, no problem, we can do it later as well. Correct. You're right. Okay. So everyone, with your approval, can I hit next?
Yes, yes, correct.
Thank you. Next, now, sir. This is the screen where we have spent almost last 15 minutes yesterday, and I did not like to have that screen discussion at the last minute, sir. Okay. Now, let me show you something. So yesterday we talked about Oracle architecture. And all of you, I showed you a very, 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 very important point. What is a instance? And sir, look at a simplistic picture. If you don't want to look at this, oh my God, KD is such a complicated picture, then leave it, sir. Look at this minimalistic, simple picture of Oracle, just like ours. Okay. So look at this one now. Oracle. This is Oracle database, right, sir? Can you see this box? Yes, everybody.
Yes.
This is Oracle database. Oracle database will have multiple files, log files, data files, control files. Like that, we also have data files and log files. We will come to know in next after finishing installations. Our next topic is databases. There you will learn it, sir. So this is the database. I told you, right, sir? Nobody can touch this instance. So this is the hard drive. Database on it. Nobody can touch this database. You're a developer. Prajwala is a developer. Satish is a developer. Syed Anis is a developer. All three of them. They can't access this database directly. Impossible. They have to contact me. I'm the instance. Any question that you have, any query that you have, any code you want, any result you want, any table data you want, talk to me first. I will go there, fetch the data and give you. So if you can see on the screen, the same architecture picture, look at this here. Somebody, it's from the client left side here. Let's say Prajwala is opening this tool called SQL Plus, and she will connect to Oracle database, and Prajwala will run a command. I want this data from so and so table. What will Oracle do, sir? Prajwala is interacting with database directly, or Prajwala is interacting with instance. She is interacting with instance. Nobody can talk to database directly, sir. So instance is what she will be talking to. There are a lot of, sir, look at this big area, the orange color box. I don't know if the color is appropriate for you. This orange color box is called as SGA. I'm so sorry I'm teaching Oracle here, sir. There is a reason why I'm doing it, because there is no reason, sir. Actually, the picture is good here. So Now we will jump to SQL Server also 2 minutes from now. So this is called as SGA, System Global Area. Lot of memory will be there, RAM will be there. So if let's Prajala wants one table, one record, I will take this table from hard drive, from the database, and keep it in memory. This is my memory area, SGA, and I will give to Prajala. And later on, sometimes Syed Anis is coming and asking me for the same table. Anis, no problem, sir. Prajala just now asked that records. I gave her. I will give you also the same records. Again, I don't need to go to database, pull the data and give you. Already the data is present in the memory. So RAM, sir. So hard drive is different, RAM is different. Every computer needs hard drive and RAM and processor. Who will bring the data from here to here? Who will bring it? Who will keep it here? Processor will do. No, correct, sir. Instance will do. But instance also has to take help of processor, because processing is done by processor. Data will come from here to memory. So see how three things are working. Hard drive is working here. Instance is working here. Memory is what I mean. Instance means we all are. I'm the person. This is my area. This is memory is mine. Okay. Memory is also there. And last but not the least, who will move the data here and there? Processor will do. So all the hardware components in your laptop will work together to meet this requirement. And laptop or server for that matter. So in companies, servers will be there. In your personal orientation, you use laptops. That's all. Any questions anybody have? Sir, so now, Kiri, what is instance? Array, sir, memory, this SGA area, right? That is nothing but instance. That itself is instance. Sir, and then there is some background process, I told you, right? Somebody must write this data. Somebody must read this data. Somebody must go and bring the data from the database and keep it in memory. So I can give to Prajwala, I can give to Anis, I can give to all these people, right? Satish, they are asking me, I am giving them. So somebody must go and read the data. Now Avinash is coming and inserting one record, sir. Now Avinash record must be going and storing in the database. Somebody must go and write it into the database. Who does it, sir? DB writer. There is a background process called DB writer. So reading is done by one person, writing is done by one person. All these persons are called as the green color boxes. They are called as background processes. If background processes are not there, and if RAM is not there, array background processes and RAM all put together is called as dash.
Instance.
So what is an instance, sir? Instance is a combination of memory, meaning RAM, meaning SGA. So don't use these words in SQL Server, okay? This is only for Oracle, I'm telling you. So instance is a collection of, instance is a combination of memory plus background processes. And if anybody is writing this definition, but if you have running notes with you, if you have a book with you, please write it down. Instance is a collection of memory structures plus background processes. Whether it is Oracle, sir, instance is a collection of, it will be there in the content also, just wantedly writing here. Instance is a collection of memory structures and background processes. So I'm repeating, this definition you can tell for Oracle also. The same definition you can tell for SQL Server also. Doesn't matter. Because concept is same, there or here. Oracle or SQL Server, concept is same. Again, I'm telling, sir, if instance is not there, database is useless.
KD, why are the databases and all indicated in cylindrical form? Is there any?
So actually denoted by cylindrical form because earlier, not now, from a very olden days itself, they symbolized it. So they said the database must be in a cylindrical shape.
They are not physically present, right?
Physically, they are present in the hard drive. They are present in the hard drive. And maybe once our installation is complete, right, I can show you where they are located also. We will see.
Okay. Thank you.
So instance is like a custodian for database, sir.
Okay, well said, sir. So instance is like a custodian for database, right? So this custodian takes care of anything that database. Actually, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's a perfect word, I think. Well said.
Yeah, thank you.
So anything. So you want to write there something, this guy has to be there. If you want to read something from there, this guy has to be there. So without instance, database is there, but no use. You're right. Custodian. Good word. Nice. Huh? All good, sir. So you all understood what is instance now, right, sir? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. 1 minute, sir. Oracle, sir. Oracle instance supports only single database. Meaning, sir, in Oracle, one instance means one database. Hey, don't look at these three as three separate databases, okay? So everybody, sir. These all belong to one database only, single database. Got it, sir? There will be control file, there will be redo log file, there will be data files, 3 files. Clear? Any questions, sir? So Oracle instance, one Oracle instance can support one database only. Perfect. No, sir. 1 second, not finished. One SQL Server instance can support 32,767 databases. Now here, am I proving that, oh wow, Oracle is any SQL Server is, no, that's not the agenda. But SQL Server supports, one instance can support 32,767 databases. So I always say for fun that Oracle instance is like Mr. Srida and SQL Server instance is like double the Krishna. Krishna has 16,000 and SQL Server instance can support 32,767 databases. On the jokes apart, on a serious note, is Rama the happiest person or Krishna the happiest person? No, don't answer. It depends on, I'm not asking anybody to answer it. So it depends on your creative thoughts. So if you're okay with the trouble, that's fine. But sir, Krishna is a busy person, right? Extremely busy guy. Rama is cool. Okay, fine. Happy. Krishna is busy. So same way, one instance supporting one database can give its best towards it. One instance supporting multiple databases cannot give the best towards it because databases are multiple and you are the one guy supporting multiple databases. There will be a performance impact. I am not saying, sir, that being said, 1 minute, sir. That being said, how much do you pay for SQL Server? One instance. 2 cores, how much we pay? 6,000 something. For 1 core, we pay 6,000. 2 cores, $13,000. Yes, sir.
13,000.
1 minute. In Oracle, if you want one database, you have to pay how much? Let's say Oracle is double the cost of SQL Server, $25,000 actually. Roughly, I don't know what is the cost of Oracle, sir. I'm just saying roughly. So if I want to create a second database in Oracle, I have to purchase one more instance, right? So understand, sir, from cost standpoint, sir, it's going to be painful. Or do one thing, keep all data in one database. But sir, this is sales data, this is HR data. I don't want to merge into one. I want separate databases. Say sales and HR are 2 different entities. How can you keep into one database? Very bad thought. So in Oracle, that risk is there. Is that clear to everybody, sir? See, absolutely agreed. One instance can give best support to one database. Absolutely agreed. But sir, one SQL Server instance can support 32,767 databases, highest, and Oracle supports one. All right, not finished. Oracle took our route.
KD,
Okay.
I have a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, 1 minute. I'll finish this point and I'll take your question. Just 1 minute. Thank you. So everybody, so Oracle entered our route. Oracle started supporting multi-tenant database. Okay, sir? Multi-tenant database architecture. In multi-tenant database architecture, one Oracle instance supports Come on, you know the answer.
Databases.
Multiple databases like us. So they copied us. Ping.
But count.
So, sorry, sir.
But count will
Count, I don't know. So I'm not an Oracle DB.
Okay.
I am no more an Oracle DB. I was, but I think I can check and revert on this one. What's the max that they have? See, look at this one, sir. In multi-tenant database architecture, there will be one root component, and that you can create multiple databases, sir. Just like SQL Server. Oracle also is doing the same thing. Are you clear? This is the latest architecture of Oracle that they have. That means they gave customer a choice. Hey, you want single database, you can have single database. If you want multi-tenant, you can create multi-tenant. So Oracle is also in our root. Any questions? Okay. Now, Yamini, I can take your question.
If you instance interrupted, how to recognize?
Interrupted in the sense, meaning instance is down or something?
Yes.
Okay, so if instance gets down or instance gets corrupted, if instance is not working, there are ways of identifying it. You remember I showed you one small tool yesterday, which we will discuss in future a lot more, called Configuration Manager on my screen right now. Okay, I used a shortcut to open it. So Configuration Manager. Look at this in my system right now. I have total 1, 2, okay, one. I have total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instances, out of which 2 are down. So this is the way to identify whether instance is running or not. This is how you can check. You're talking about SQL Server, right? Oracle anyways not. SQL Server, this is how you can identify. Clear? We will talk more. We are going there. Oh, so that's all about instance, Oracle instance. If nobody have any questions, I'm moving on, sir. In SQL Server, what is instance definition?
Definition will be the same, right, as Oracle?
Absolutely,
How?
sir. Why? Absolutely, we can use the same definition. But 1 minute, sir. SQL Server. Let's go to Google and search for SQL Server instance and read the abbreviation, please. Read the definition, please.
Copy of executable file.
So 1 second. Let me go to the official Microsoft website. Official Microsoft documentation. SQL Server database engine instance. What does it say? Sir, unnecessarily confusing people with unnecessary words. They can keep it very simple. It's like Oracle does. This is an instance of the database engine. So I will paste this link with you. Okay. All the best. Whoever wants to enjoy this documentation, please enjoy. I don't like this documentation. I mean, not all, sir. This one especially. The remaining documentations are good. So keep it simple, right? Instance is a combination of memory structures and background process. Oracle, talk to any Oracle DBA in the world, sir. They will tell the same definition. And I think SQL Server DBAs also should adapt to that. Sir. Yes, it is right. Instance is a combination of memory structures plus background processes. So is the definition in your mind already now registered? Can I go to the next topic now? So technically, when you are installing, so what are you doing now? You are going to install one instance in your system. So when you select an instance, what is going to happen in the background? Sir? Dash will be created. Memory structures will be created. Dash will be created. Background processes will be created. Some software files will be installed in your system. So a lot of things are going to happen. So yes, I'm going to install one instance. Without instance, database is useless. Please remember. Okay, done. So now there are two types of instances. Named instance, default instance. When I select default instance, whatever is my computer name, please check. So MS Info 32. MS Info 32. What is my system name, computer name? KDP-PC. Okay. So my computer name, same name will be given to the instance. So instance name will be computer name. So KDP-PC. Okay, or open command prompt, sir. Open command prompt, which you will slowly do it later. There is a command called host name. If I type host name command, you can see my computer name, right? So this will be my instance name. On the contrary, sir, you can create named instance also. Named instance means you want to give a name to the instance. For example, I'm giving it as Avinash. Okay, done. Now take a notepad. So, default instance means what? Computer name. Like in my case now, KDP-PC, right? That's my computer name. So, if it is named instance, then
We can give any name.
We
correct.
can
Avinash,
give
right? Avinash, right? Avinash in this scenario? No. So, Avinash name should be prefixed, meaning before Avinash name, you should keep the computer name. So that means and backslash. That means no matter what, sir, no matter what, computer name will be definite. Computer name must be definitely mentioned in the instance name. If it is named instance, it will be KDP-PC/Avinash. If it is default instance, it will be just KDP-PC. Your computer name might be something else. You can check in your system. Any questions anybody have? So now, KD, one second, KD. So what? Named instance, default instance, mein farak kya hai? What is the difference? There is no difference. Both are one and the same. Name, it's just all in the name. Recognition, or just a name. If name matters to you, then pick what you want, your choice. Kiri, in office, in organizations, what do people do? So maximum in every company, maximum everywhere, you will see default instance. All the SQL Server DBS who are working, am I right, sir? Can you please add some points here? Is that what happens in your office environment? Do you use default instance or do you use named instance by any chance? To all the DBS who are in the class, question to use. Do you use default instance more or do you use named instance more?
Default instance.
Default instance. Okay. And to all the same question to all of you, so one more time. In your office, in every computer, in every server, how many instances will you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1?
Max 1. Normally.
Maximum 1. So Tausif, across your environment, you keep only a single instance. Is my understanding correct?
Correct.
Every computer will have only one instance as a rule. Okay, perfect. Avinash, anything you want to add?
Yeah, one only.
One instance. So guys, did you hear? For us also same, sir. Unless and until we have an extra requirement, some special requirement, but every computer will have only single instance, and that too we will select what, sir? Mostly default instance. Exceptions may be there. Satya, were you saying something? Did I stop anybody from talking, sir? Can you please give your inputs?
For cluster, we selected default, named instance.
We will discuss it clustering also, so you're right. So you're in your environment.
Yes, Kerry.
You have cluster. For cluster, you use named instances.
Yes.
For remaining all will be default. Okay.
Yeah, for standalone default.
Anybody? Any points? Any questions? Can I move on, sir? Fast. So yes, in real environment, you will select default instance, or you can pick name. So right now, I cannot select default instance. Do you know why? Because if you click on installed instances, there's a small button here. So click on it. You can see that I have INST2, one named instance. I have INST2K19, one more named instance. I have INST3, one more named instance. I have migrate SRC, one more named instance, and I have the first one, which doesn't have any name in the bracket. That means it is default. So default is already taken. So in my system, in my system, sir, default instance is already installed. So sorry, I will not be able to install default instance one more time. One time only you can create default instance in a computer. So when I say AB, what comes to your mind, sir? AB. AB.
Alphabets.
ABD.
ABCD, I did not say. I said only AB. What comes to your mind if I say AB?
Starting letters.
Sorry, Rishabh caught my pulse. Amitabh Bachchan, exactly, sir. Absolutely. That's what comes to my mind also. AB means Amitabh Bachchan. Does Abhishek Bachchan come to your mind? Does Aishwarya Bachchan come to your mind?
AB de Villiers.
Yes,
Okay, Aradhya Bachchan comes to your mind, sir. So definitely not, right? So what I'm technically saying is, one person in the family picks it, and that's it. The identity is gone to that one person. Okay. So I don't know if the example was apt or not, sir, but here only one instance gets the default instance. Only one instance, and that one instance is the default. You cannot have a second default instance because two people cannot share the same name. Come on, not allowed. So that's also nothing much to say. So Katie, can I install default instance? Obviously no, because you already have a default instance. So I am going with named instance, and I'll install Avinash as the instance name. Can I hit next? That's also nothing great in the screen. So understand what is an instance. Know what is an instance. Why are we creating an instance? Instance is to get the power that you want, sir. Later on to execute queries and all, you need the instance. What will you do with just the database, sir? Useless one. Huh? So without instance, there is no collaboration, there is no connection, there is no association with the database. Okay, hit next now. Next screens. This screen is damn important. Guess why? Database, hard drive, database, memory, right, sir? And what I will do, I will go to, somebody is asking for data. Now this time, Yamini is asking me for some data. Okay, I will go and fetch the data, keep it in memory. Who will help me to open the database? Go to the hard drive, open the hard drive, open the database, take the page and keep it here, sir. Who will help me? The answer is instance will do, correct, sir? But instance will delegate, will give this responsibility to somebody else. Background process. Background processes, right? 1 second, sir. Background process also will ask somebody to do that. That is called as service account. Service account, sir. Service account is, say, okay. Chef, master chef is preparing something in the kitchen. The master chef will have lots of assistants with it, right, sir? Assistants will have assistants also. To bring that, to bring this from the go down from the store. I'm talking about 5-star hotels, right? So master chef, chefs, assistant chefs, again assistant for them also. So something similar, sir. So going and getting opening the hard drive, this database, and taking the page and keeping in the memory is done by service account. So, sir, I don't want to use this word dignity of labor, sir, but I really want to say that it's something like a servant. Service account is like a servant. And so not only for accessing data, you want to take a backup. To take a backup, sir, the service account will go and take the backup and keep it. And take the backup. So, sir, whenever you want to access the database, open it and fetch the data and all will be done by service account. So the screen that you are seeing on this, on the monitor right now, on the screen, what you're seeing is a very, very, very important. Sir, I don't want to confuse you in the beginning days itself. So what we will do to make it very simple, sir, you can create one new servant of your own. Okay, let me give one more example. You move to a new city. Rishabh went into a new, Rishabh, you stay where right now? Mumbai. So Rishabh, you got a wonderful opportunity in Bangalore, sir. You shifted, example. You shifted to Bangalore now. You came to Bangalore and you took one house in one of the residential apartments. Perfect. Now, I'm sure you're not married, but I'm just telling. So you took a house. Now you want a maid for house, for the cleaning purpose. What will you do? Will you bring somebody from Mumbai? Definitely not. Will you search on internet and find a maid? Definitely not. Will you go outside and nearby apartments and go and ask them for a maid? Definitely not. Simple strategy is talk to the neighbor and say, hey, who is the servant in this area, in this building? Right? Correct, right, sir? Same way, sir. In SQL Server, inbuilt, in Windows operating system, inbuilt, there are 3 servants. Sir, servants are compulsory. Sir, I'm so sorry. Service accounts are compulsory in everywhere, sir. Okay, whether you don't know, whether you know this or not, sir, let me go to services.msc. Everybody, please listen. Maybe you have not looked at Windows from this perspective. Now you will look at it, sir. Just watch. Start run, type services.msc. Okay, if you are not seeing this, it's not visible properly. Now you will be seeing it. Okay, sir. Services.msc. That's a shortcut. Go to services.msc. Services.msc. 1 second, so it's loading. In services.msc, so every software you install in your laptop, VLC player or any software, antivirus, any software, every software will have a service in Windows. If you want proof, I can show you right now. Sir, Bluetooth. Right now I'm using Bluetooth to connect to this my laptop. So Bluetooth device. Bluetooth, that means audio is coming to my earphone from my laptop till here through a service. This service account is sending the audio, your audio, sir. Your audio is coming to my ear because of the service account pushing it. Okay, sir? 1 minute, not finished yet. There is also something called Microsoft Audio. 1 minute, so where are you? Windows Audio. Sir, Windows Audio service. Any sound that you hear from laptop, sir, comes out because of audio service. 1 minute, sir. Print spooler. Any document that you print, if you have a printer attached, any document that you print goes through the print spooler, meaning whatever document you're printing, through this print spooler service, it will go to the respective printer. I can talk a lot, sir. 1 minute, not finished yet. Plug and play. Plug and play, plug and play, plug and play. So, plug and play service. Any pen drive that you plug or any new device that you plug will automatically start working, right? Pen drive start working because it's of your plug and play service. Sir, I mean, don't ask me for mobile now. There is no phone service, sir, but Microsoft has given all these options. Everything in Windows works as a service. Everything in Windows, a security service. Security Accounts Manager, Sam. Remember this wonderful lady called Sam. We will talk about her later. Okay. Done. And so same way, so SQL Server is also not an exception. Whenever you install SQL Server in Windows, sir, it will create lot of services. Okay. There are a lot of services. One, sir, the service which says SQL Server in brackets instance name. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many instances I have in my system, sir? 5. The one that says SQL Server is the main service. Your instance. That is your instance actually. And sir, to run this, you need a dash.
Service account.
The last line is service account. If you don't have a service account, sir, nowadays are people doing their work on their own? Please, let's be frank. How many of us? Unless and until we are in a countryside, and that's a different story. But most countryside also nobody is doing. Village also nobody is doing. So are we doing our own work daily at house? I'm saying, okay, few people maybe. Unless until you are in US or somewhere outside India. But in India, are we doing our own work of household chores? Yes or no? Anybody can raise hand, please. Oh wow, Samira raised hand. Anybody else? Who raised hand? I can't see. I'm so sorry. Ante kada. I'm not. Is it so? Really? So without a maid? Nobody's responded. Okay,
Yeah,
2, 3 people responded. So 2, 3 people responded. Okay, Rafiq Hussain. Rafiq, can you please come on camera once, sir? How much is the maid cost in US? Okay, well, Rafiq responds. So Prajwala raised hand. Rafiq, you have no choice, sir. You are spoiled by choice because it's very expensive if I'm not wrong. So Prajwala, you're muted, sir. Prajwala raised hand. Lenovo raised hand.
Yeah, it's very expensive here.
Yeah. So anyways, sir. Now coming back to the point, everyone. I think 5, 6 people raised hand. I'm surprised. I'm so happy to hear. Because of COVID we did, or is it because of normally itself? Just asking.
Normally, KD.
Normally itself. Wow.
Because of COVID.
There you go, Samira. The point comes out. So sir, now without a maid, right? Life is tough. It's very tough. We all rely. It's the same way, sir. For SQL Server also, you need service. Lot of, sir. Now you may ask next question, right, KD? What all this activities maid will do? I mean, our maid, SQL Server maid will do. What all things it will do in the background? If that is your question, sir, please park. We will talk later. I already gave 2 answers, right? Which one, sir?
To run a service, we need
that is correct.
Service account.
Full data.
Pull the
Pull the data, right? Take a backup. I gave two statements already. Taking a backup is done by your service account, sir. Without a service account, your backups will not be happening at all. So anyways, let's go back. So that's all. That means in SQL Server, service account is compulsory. So how many types of service accounts do you see for SQL Server? One is called as the main service account. And second is called as the what?
SQL Server agent.
Agent. So agent will do different types of tasks. Main service account will do different types of tasks. So what are all that will shortly come up. So please have patience. So, sir, in SQL, and by the way, some more are there if you saw CEIP. Okay, one more is there called browser. One more is there called Active Directory Helper. Let's not blast our mind with these many. So let's talk about, at least for today, let's talk about two. Main service, agent service. Two services are minimum required. Remaining all are also there, but mainly two for now. So every service, if you saw in my SQL Server already installed once, do you see such service account? Sir, what I'm telling now is in Windows, in the same apartment where Rishabh is staying, there are 3 maids by default. There are 3 maids. Now you can pick whom you want. And so because the maids are in the same building, it will be easy, right? They can come quickly, work and go. And so local service in Windows, what are the service? Sir, these are Windows inbuilt servants. Is that clear? In Windows, these guys are there. Microsoft uses it for many purposes: printing, audio print spooler, audio service, plug and play, Bluetooth, or to name. There are many to name. So local service. Look at the names, please. Local service. What is this one, sir? Local system. And last one.
Network service.
Three. Remaining all are we created them, so ignore them, sir. So local service, local system, network service. 3 of them. Okay. So local system is the Ramu Kaka. You remember the old Hindu movies? The Ramu Kaka, who is working in our house for 25-30 years, who has the liberty to go and open the locker also, take the money, pay big payments, go to bank, get the money, the most trustworthy person in the house who's been with you for generations, right? That Ramu Kaka is local system. So why I called it local system? Because this has got admin rights. This account is most valuable account. So, but Katie, what about the other two? They are not Ramu Kakas. They are like other maids at home. So local service and network service. So local system is the most powerful account. Clear? This guy has all the authority. Can go ahead and do whatever you want in the house. Just like you have authority, that person also has authority. Any questions anybody has? So you understood, sir. I only showed till now the inbuilt service accounts in Windows, in our operating system, Windows operating system. There are 3 inbuilt accounts: local service, network service, local system. And sir, now Kiri, yes, Lenovo. I'm sorry, may I know who it is?
KD.
One second, sir. Shafiullah, or is it Lenovo? Both people raised hand. Or Shafi, go ahead.
Yeah. Can I say what is the local system? I want again, please.
So what is local system is in Windows operating system. In every Windows operating system, whether my laptop or your laptop or anybody's laptop for that matter, sir, whether it is Windows 11 or Windows 10 or any operating system, sir, does not matter. All the OS have this. Every Windows operating system will have inbuilt, meaning inbuilt service accounts. So what will a service account do? Service account will do our background tasks. Like at house, what does a servant do, sir? Cleaning of utensils, cleaning the floor, cleaning that, cleaning this, whatever, restrooms and all that, right? So that's what the help that we take, or cleaning the windows. So all that kind of work. So same way, in Windows, the service account will do a lot of background activities. They help us. So like that, in every Windows operating system, there are 3 service accounts inbuilt. One is called as local service. You see on my screen, right? Local service. Scroll down. One more is local system.
Local system.
And third one is network service. So total.
Network system.
And did you notice, sir? Local system is being used by many people. Many services in Windows, many. Local service is very less, sir. Networks, a local system is like, oh my God, everybody trusts this Ramu Kaka. So yes, Shafi, that means there are 3 inbuilt service accounts in Windows. Local system has got higher authority, sir, more permissions that can do anything. So Reno, that is Mr. Adi. Go ahead. What's the question? Yes, Adi.
No kidding.
Do you have any? No question, right? I saw your hand raised. That's why I was. Okay, no questions. Fine. Let me know. Just interrupt me if there's a question. Okay. Or stop me if there's a question. Any questions anybody have last? Can I move on?
Hi, sir.
Now, yes.
Hello,
Yes,
Kelly. How many default instances created in the service?
Only one. Only one. Only one default instance can be installed in a computer. In one computer. Only one.
Personal laptop, only one.
Personal or server or anywhere, sir. In one machine, in one computer, in one Windows operating system, only one.
Yeah, okay.
So that means, Vamsi, I'll take your question itself. Vamsi, that means one default instance, 49 named instances, right? If you can, so by the way, everybody, we can install 50 instances in a computer. 50. So one default instance, 49 named instances, or sir, I will not install default instance. My choice, so don't force me. All 50 will be named. It's your choice. It's absolutely your choice. And one more thing, sir. 50 instances, not SQL Server 2005 50, 2008 8R2 50, 2012 50, 14 50. No, all put together in one computer, all versions, maximum 50 instances. One default 49 named or all 50 named. Yes, Rafiq.
Kiri, with this named instance, you said we can do it 50, right? So, but when on the installation screen, we see only one named instant areas there.
One at
so
a
how
time.
do we add other ones? Like?
One at a time. Once you finish the installation, right? Again, you have to click on setup.exe. The process has to be repeated. The whole thing.
Okay.
So at a time, we can't do 2 to 3 installations. Not possible. One by one only.
That was my question. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So anything else? Vamsi, was the
if-
question answered? Yes,
At
Gautam.
50, we can remove any of the instances, and for example, I have 25 2005 and 25 2008. I just wanted to install 2012 now. So can I remove the 5 of anything and I can install 2012 like
If you don't need them, sir, absolutely you can get it removed. We will see the process of how to uninstall an instance later. Next, after we complete.
KD,
Yes, sir.
KD, why is only 50 instance installed in server?
Okay, that's a good question. So why is 50? Why does Microsoft love this number 50 or something? So the answer is they have made this hard limit long ago, Sahil, and I think they did not work on the revision of it. Guys, nobody asked me this question. So what about Oracle? If you install Oracle instances, how many Oracle instances can be installed in one computer? Do you want to Google and tell me the answer? I'll wait. How many maximum Oracle instances on a computer? Quickly, sir.
Depends upon the database maybe, because the one database needs one instance, no?
Correct. How many we can install is my question. Okay, database is okay. One database, one instance is okay, sir. But my question is, how many instances we can install in Oracle?
It says there's no limit.
Unlimited. No limits. Correct answer. No limit. Kiri, what? Yes, there's no limit, sir. If your RAM supports, they can install 100, 200 also. So to answer the question, Sahil, they put a hard limit, Sahil. I don't know why. So I don't have an answer why 50, but it is 50. Okay. Clear, Sahil? Any questions?
No, KD.
Vamsi, is the question answered, sir?
Higher version
Yes,
SQL, in higher version can support lower version SQL instance.
Yes. Meaning
in 2009 can I install 2008?
In what, sir? Repeat the question, Avinash. I'm sorry.
In SQL Server, can higher version can support lower version SQL instance?
Higher version of what, sir? Windows you are saying, or I didn't get it.
Yeah, in Windows.
Huh.
In Windows, can I install lower version SQL instance? I mean 2008.
Yeah. See, now in my laptop, sir, we are installing SQL Server 2005. So Windows 10 is very old, very modern. Windows SQL Server 2005 is as old as 15 years back now. So 15 years software we are installing now. So it will work, but there are some issues that will come as well. So if that was that the question? Okay, then everybody, sir, all of you, I have a good news or a bad news. This installation is going to fail in few minutes. SQL Server 2005 will not work on Windows 10. It will not work. Directly, it will not work. There is a way to make it work. Got it? So they are not really compatible. So yes, modern operating systems will support older SQL servers. They do. Absolutely they do. And sir, with that, can I move on, sir? Service account. So now 1 second. KD, can I create my own service account? Yes, you can create your own service account, sir. But that is not what we are doing today. We will do it in future. For today, let's keep it very simple, sir. I want to use Dash. Rishabh wants to use the inbuilt in the apartment made. So he will go for local system because he has second choice also, network service, but he believes Ramu Kaka. So he's going, I'm sorry, I think you will name this guy as Ramu Kaka in future. Other batches will also say the same thing, sir. If you are so connected well with Ramu Kaka, okay, fine, no problem. But still, that's all, sir. So if you like Ramu Kaka, go for it. Can I hit next now?
KD, can you also explain what are the disadvantages of using the network service?
Well said, sir. Super point. Super point. Why? What are the disadvantages of using this inbuilt account? Why shouldn't I create a account of my own? So actually, everybody, did you hear that point? If you use Ramu Kaka is already old person. Okay, sir? And Ramu Kaka is being used by everybody in the apartment. So busy. Do you think Ramu Kaka will give you the best performance that you are expecting? Trust is okay. Trust is different. Work is different. So, sir, technically speaking, local system is like a heavily loaded service account. Busy. Do you want to use it? You can use it if you want, sir, but not recommended. So, and there are other concerns also, which we will discuss in gradual phases later. But, sir, I would sincerely recommend not to use this one. Rafiq, was that the question, sir?
No, I mean, that was a part of the question. Actually, I want to check why can't you use network service?
That was your question. Okay, why? No, you can use network service. Why not? We can absolutely use network service, but local system has got more permissions, more diverse things to do, and better permissions, better rights. That's why you go for local system.
With regards to the speed, like you said, I do understand permissions, but with regards to the speed, like how does it work? Like when you gave a reference of Ramu Kaka, like he's old, the efficiency. So the local system has more
both will be same. Efficiency wise, network service might be little better because less people use network service. If you can see, sir, look at this.
Okay.
The point is, let us talk facts. Are all these services running continuously? Definitely not. Are all these services running continuously? Definitely not. Some run, some don't run. So it all depends. Again, first of all, as per Microsoft recommendation, don't use inbuilt service accounts. Create your own, is what they say. Everybody. So, Rishabh, bring from Mumbai to here. That's all. The person will be with you, dedicated for you, making sure that all that you want at your home is delivered well. Of course, you have to spend some more money. That's okay. Because you want quality, you want performance, you want perfection, then go for that. Everybody okay with this, sir? So yes, we are supposed to create one service account in this demo, but I don't want to confuse you in the first time itself, sir. We will do it later. So if you all agree, I'll go for local system only and let's move on. But in reality, sir, in office, in genuine scenarios, in real-time scenarios, we don't do local system. Please ask our friends. We have friends, they will tell you. Anybody here, sir, in your office environment, do you use inbuilt accounts or do you use a service account of your own in your company?
We created separate domain service.
That's all. So I hope that answers the question to everyone. And we will do that, but in later phases, not now. So with that, can we jump up fast? Move on. Any questions?
KD, one question actually. Can
Yes.
service account be created outside of the SQL server and used again?
Creation must be done outside of this. LUSR. Okay, this will come up in our next future discussions. You have to go to LUSR MGR, go to users and create one service account. You see this? I created one service account here at OS level. This service account username and password I will supply here. That's all.
Okay, okay.
How to do, we will see later. I mean, I'm sure you would be knowing, but others I'm saying. Okay, sir. Done. So I am moving on. So what is the service account, sir? Servant name. No. Service account helps SQL Server to do background tasks. That is a polished way. Polished way. What is local system?
Yes, priority service account.
Sorry. Ramu Kaka. Thank you, sir. I expected the answer. So NT authority system is the high authority inbuilt service account, which has more permissions. So this all is there in the content. Chill. I'm just telling you in the oral sentences right now. That's all, sir. So with that, I think we should hit next. Unless until you have any questions. So after finishing installation, do you want to start the agent service account and main service account? Both of them, do you want to start? Yes, I want to start. If you don't want to start, untick, sir. Installation will complete. Instance will not start. You have to go separately again and start. Okay, I will do it now itself. Okay, then do it now. So, sir, immediately after installation, instance will start. Okay, what do you mean by stop and start? We will talk. So first let me finish installation, then we will go there. So with that being said, can I hit next now? Hopefully there are no questions.
Yeah, no questions. You can go ahead.
Perfect. Done. So what we are doing is not right. I understand. You also understand. This is not right, but we will do it for now. It's okay. Let's do the wrong thing, then let's correct it later. Hit next. Now the next screen, sir. After installing SQL Server, there are two types of people who can access. Sir, here is your instance, right? Instance, database. Two types of people can connect to the instance. One is Windows guys. Windows guys means if you are also a Windows user, like sir. For example, in my computer, please see. If I go to users, which are the accounts created? Gauri Shankar, Magesh, Raghav, Sandeep. Assume that these all are my family members. Example, I'm saying. Okay. So now I can allow these people to get into SQL Server. If I allow Raghav will get inside. If I allow Samira will get inside. If I allow Ajay will get inside. So I need to allow you, then you will get inside SQL Server. So two types of people can enter, sir. People who enter into Windows first, OS, enter Windows, then enter SQL Server, or people who directly connect to SQL Server. There are two ways of doing so. If I'm confusing any of you, I'm so sorry. We will talk about this in security topic. Because security topic, we have a separate discussion on that one. So till then, whatever is default, sir, ignore and hit next. This whole screen that you are seeing, we have a lot of discussion. There are two, sir. Samira, you want to access this instance. There are two ways. Enter Windows first. Windows operating system. That means you should have a Windows account. From there, enter into SQL Server. I should allow you first of all. Or, Swati, you don't want to do all this process. You want to directly connect to SQL Server. I will create an account for you in SQL Server. You will directly connect. And Sayadanis, sometimes you want Windows, sometimes you want SQL. I'll create both for you. So, like that. So, it is this screen that you are seeing now is nothing but authentication. How to connect to the instance? There are two ways, Windows and SQL. What is that? More in detail in security topic. Any questions anybody have can ask, sir, or leave it for now. Or don't ask questions on this topic because we will discuss about that later. Two ways of entering SQL Server, Windows and SQL. Can I hit next now?
KD, if we use this mixed mode, we have to enter password for both the modes, right? We have
Mixed
Windows
mode
and
means Windows is also allowed, SQL is also allowed. That's what I was talking about Syed Anis. He wants both. I can create both accounts, one this and one that. He can use both. Or Samira, if you want only Windows, I'll give you Windows. And if Swati says only SQL, I can give her SQL. More about these options we'll talk for sure in security topic. Wantedly, I'm taking back the answer, detailed answer. So yes, security we have separate topic. It will almost last for 1.5 weeks. At least minimum 1 week. Okay, so I'll hit next now. So now next one is language settings, sir. Language setting. SQL Server has got a language setting. So which language you want, you can just pick up, and there are multiple languages that SQL Server supports. Leave the default one, sir. Leave the default one. English, it's English default. You want to change it, you can change. This is language setting of SQL Server. Not no brainer here. It's simple, sir. I can hit next. But KD, hold on. KD, hold on. Stop. What are these all check boxes here? Huh? That could be a question, right? We will discuss, sir. But in short explanation, if I have to give, you also know, right? English also has got a lot of accents. Like your native language, whichever language it is, you have accents. English also has got accents. Do you want accent sensitivity? Yes or no? Okay. Do you want width sensitivity? When you store the English characters, sir, the width sensitivity. And then, sir, case sensitivity, capital letters and small letters. You want Kana sensitivity, Pina sensitivity, Sona sensitivity. I don't know what is Kana, sir. I'm so sorry, I'm not a developer. Developers will know about this more, but I don't know what it is. KANA. To be frank, I checked, but again,
actually, I guess it is related something to Japanese thing. If I'm not wrong, I think.
Oh, is it? I don't know. Understand?
I was working on collation one, so I think it was related to that.
Okay, could be. So then we can Google and find also. But I did Google, but it is not straightforward explanation. So anyways, so see, that means, sir, all these settings doesn't matter. Not relevant. If you want, you can select them. So, sir, anyway, sir, leave it. Language settings are there. Pick the default language, which is English, and hit next. If you want to change the language, ask your customer or whoever is asking to perform the installation in your office. Ask them which collation setting, Japanese, Chinese, Hebrew, Greek, whatever language, all the languages are here, which are supported, Arabic, you can pick them. Okay, so I'm not doing anything now. I'm selecting default English collation setting and I'm continuing. Wow, congratulations, sir. Installation completed. Now time to click install. Sir, now look at this. Automatically send. So now, if any errors come, send error report to Microsoft. As if Microsoft is sitting there waiting, when will KD submit an error? Let me solve this issue immediately. Definitely not. So, sir, waste of selecting that also. Right? And the second one, automatically send feature usage. What is KD doing? Let me observe. And sir, no, sir, this is all ridiculous. And I'm not going to select both the options. So you all know, right, sir, WhatsApp has got some recent rules changed. It was in the news. People started going into Signal and again they came back, right? A lot of people went out to Signal, again they came back after Elon Musk tweeted. So anyways, sir, point is, if I take this one, I'm allowing Microsoft to see which feature I'm using more. That means regularly my SQL Server will keep sending. Microsoft will not scan anything from your system, sir. It will keep sending, okay, KD, this guy is using this feature more. So I am allowing that. No, I don't want to allow anyone anything, sir. No errors I want to send. No feature usage I want to send. I will ignore these two options and hit next. And finally click on install. So hardly how many screens we have, sir? May I ask you all a simple question? How many screens we have? Main screens are what, sir? Instance name. What is instance? Instance name. Second screen, sir? Service account. That is the main screen. One of the main screens. Third one, collation setting. Language settings. That is the third screen. Windows authentication.
Windows authentication.
4 screens. That's all, sir. That's all about installation. Finished. Sir, 2005 only 9. Tomorrow when we do, not tomorrow, Monday morning when we do 2008 or 8R2 or 12 or 14 or whichever versions, everything is the same. So installation is going on, and I told you, right, this will fail in few minutes. So give me 2-3 more minutes. I'm so sorry for extending. let us finish this. Error will come. How to fix this error, I'll show you on Monday morning. But at least, thank God, you saw the installation process. We completed 2005 installation. It will fail in few minutes, rewards. Because of problem with Windows 10. To solve it, we have a trick also.
You were telling we have to patch up the old things to new
Correct,
things.
sir. Absolutely, Gautam is correct. So there are some patches we have to apply. 2 files will be there, sir. Okay, wait. I mean, just to show you, just to show for fun, I will show you. So 1 minute, just watch. Okay, sir, in our media itself, I have kept one file to fix this issue, sir. To fix this issue, I have kept one file, this one. See this? Fix server 2005, right click, extract. Okay, so I have a fix here. Okay, in that, which one? X64. There are 2 files, sir. There are 2 files you need to copy. Let error come. Okay, let's fix today only, sir. Let's close the class confidently that yes, I installed SQL Server 2005 on Windows 2010, Windows 10. So there you go. It's gonna fail in few minutes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, thank you. 10, 10. There you go. It fails. So now it failed, right? Now please go to C:, to make it work, I'm saying, so C:, program files. So ignore what I am doing. I will show you later. You will do this in lab also. Just watch for now. So program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Ignore, I'm just showing the solution. Microsoft SQL Server. Okay. MSSQL.1. This also I'll tell you later. Under MS SQL, under bin folder, there'll be a folder called bin. Inside that folder, you paste these 2 files. Got it? The 2 files. Because the old files are not compatible files. The new files are the compatible ones. So I had to replace those 2 files. It's called as a little gimmick, sir, just a trick to make it work.
And a crack.
Like a crack. You crack a software and it's not working, just like a crack.
For some games, we need to. For some games.
Games, right? Yeah, games when they don't work, you do this crack and all. So absolutely same thing. So click on retry now. And by the way, sir, this solution is given by Microsoft. Remember, this solution is given by Microsoft. This solution is given by Microsoft.
So for every version, patches will be given by Microsoft itself.
So other versions, no issues will come. Only for older versions, this issue will come. You're right. For 2008 and 8R2, they all will work. No problem. Only for 5, this problem is there. So now, sir, look at this. I replaced those 2 files. How I did, you ignore, sir. You will do it later, as I said. Now it's working. SQL Server 2005 installation completed successfully. First installation. Now, what we will do, Monday morning, we will repeat the process. I will show you 2005 installation because there will be a gap of 4 days, so better not. Monday, we will repeat it one more time, and then I will do the next version, 8 or 8R2, because both are one and the same.
KD, yesterday I installed 2019 version. Yesterday.
Perfect. Sure. Perfect. Good.
Of my brother, Anil, in previous batch.
Oh, okay. Got it. So 2019, good. And then, so now one more thing is, we will go gradually step by step, because what will happen in 2005, you saw some ugly screens, right? In the next version, sir, things will change. And the next version, again, things will change. In every version by version, you will see the transformation. You will see how well it was improvised.
Due to .NET framework.
Sorry?
Due to .NET framework.
Absolutely, sir. Because SQL Server 2005 uses 2.0.
Yes.
Next one uses 3.5.
Yes.
After that one uses 3.5.1. After that uses 4.0, 4.5, 4.6, 4.8. So .NET framework kept on upgrading, sir, and the visualization started improving as well. So you're right. So we will do that. Okay, then I think, sir, with that we are good for the day. We thought of having class tomorrow, but anyways, as for the voting system, we went with the flow. So we will be having a happy Pongal or happy Sankranti. Whoever are celebrating. So if you're not celebrating, cool. If you're celebrating, happy Pongal to all of you.